Man, let's talk about the World Baseball Classic. Congratulations to Venezuela for winning the World Baseball Classic. What was the final? 3-2? Was it 3-2?
3-2.
3-2 over the United States. This after the United States managed to edge out the Dominican Republic in a 2-1 victory in the semifinals. Game, of course, ended on a controversial call strike that, let's just be honest, wasn't a strike at all.
It wasn't a strike.
It was frankly off by several inches, but nevertheless, it did allow the U.S. to advance to the final. Did the controversial ending taint the win for the U.S., and should the World Baseball Classic follow the lead of Major League Baseball and go to the computerized strike zone when they convene next? What say the people's champ?
Well, whether they want to or not, they going to it. That shit's over with. They are going to the computers after this.
Yeah, I would. I mean, listen, man. Men standing there calling balls and strikes is passe. I mean, let's just be real about it. Listen, if you can help with computerizing
listen, man, if you can do something better, do it.
I agree. Yeah, if technology can help you, man, use technology.
So the question I have with that is, who's going to foot that bill? Because
that's a good question.
Because it's not like that. Well, I mean, you could I think some of the appeal of the World Baseball Classic is the fact that they play games in Puerto Rico and in Japan and whatnot, and so you would have to outfit those stadiums with the cameras, and then on top of that, you have to measure everybody, which I don't think is as much as a problem.
Right, because they mostly major leaguers, right?
Not necessarily.
Yeah,
I think it's honestly it's more non-major leaguers than it is
major
leaguers, because you got to think about it, like the Czech Republics and the Australias and all of those teams. Those are either minor league. I mean, if there's some minor leaguers in there, but it's a lot of people who ain't played baseball in years. Like you got for the Netherlands, you got Didi de Gur.
Yeah, right. I got you.
You got people who've been retired for years and whatnot. So it's I think everybody would love to see it,
right?
Of course, because it makes the game a better product. But it's just, and then I think really the main holdup is getting the JBO and the KBO on board with ABS.
Well, doesn't the World Baseball Classic have a TV contract though?
The World Baseball but it's a whole different camera set up than just.
No, but I'm just talking about in terms of the financing it. If they have a TV contract, I'm sure that TV contract is worth some. They have money.
I'm pretty sure that all that money goes to MLB, because the MLB technically is like.
Do they have?
And the MLB should pay for it.
Do they use the? Are they still using umpires to call balls and strikes in the Olympics?
That's a good question. That's a great question. I'm not sure. Do you know the answer to that, nephew?
I believe it's the same case. They don't use it.
Okay.
If they don't, I would say keep your eye on the Olympics.
That's probably a better question about footing the bill too. Because I'm like the World Baseball Class, if MLB, because I'm like they got to have a TV contract. There's got to be money somewhere. Somebody making I'm like somebody making money off the World Baseball Classic. I mean, let's just be real. They not doing that just for goodwill for the common man. That's somebody making money on the World Baseball Classic. So I'm like, I would imagine that whoever's making the money can pay the money to upgrade the product. But the Olympics is probably a better question, because that is truly. Well, I mean, somebody making money there too, but that's truly more amateur athletes. So, but yeah, that's a good question though, because I'm sure that even if somebody's making money, that's gonna be the question that who's supposed to pay for it? Like, man, get out of here, man, and just pay for the damn right.
I don't think it's so much more paying for it. I think it's so much. I think, like I mentioned at the end, you have to get the Japanese league and the Korea league on board with ABS.
Right.
Yeah,
I got you.
I mean, sell them on it. I mean, the Japanese and the Chinese is like doing 15,000 light drone shows at the end of games.
Right.
They got the technology to do
no
this shit
doubt.
quite easily.
Yeah, I would imagine so. But yeah, no, I mean, I'm sure that there will be a conversation.
Cut the check.
So
Go ahead now.
the question I have about the World Baseball Classic is, do y'all think this is baseball's best opportunity to bring fans back to the sport?
I like the World Baseball Classic. I actually do enjoy it. I think that, I'm not sure how much U.S. fans get into it. I think it's a really good product, though. And I do like the fact that U.S. players have gotten into it. Again, baseball in America is interesting.
Right.
Because it's very regional. You know what I'm saying? Like people, because even with the whole, we kind of talked off air about the whole Detroit Sports Net thing and them, trying to charge you a monthly fee just to watch the Tigers. I mean, because
Which is
know
criminal.
Yeah, I mean, that's insane. But we going to get to that the more that story materializes. But they understand that baseball in America is extremely regional. Like, a Tigers fan is a Tiger fan. Like, that fan is not necessarily going to watch a lot of national baseball games. You know what I'm saying? Like,
They're only going to watch Tiger games.
Correct. They not necessarily going to watch the Cubs and the Cardinals on a Sunday night.
Right.
They might, especially if they're – so they may watch the Yankees and the Red Sox if there's some kind of divisional race.
Or Shohei.
Yeah.
Like, he's a must-see guy.
Correct.
Like you watch Shohei.
If there's a guy that they want to see, but baseball in America is extremely regional. Like, that's an interesting question though that you pose. How would they make it more national?
You know what I did think was cool that they did a few years ago? They had that game on, like, where they redid, like, the Field of Dreams little hookup.
Yep, that was
Like
cool.
that,
Where they played in the middle of a cornfield.
Like,
yep.
that was, it just looked different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The
Different
production
aesthetic.
and the presentation, and, they made it a prime time event. Like, they need to do more stuff like that. Like, I think with baseball in America, and I don't know if part of it is because of the influence of the Latin player in terms of, just the demographic of the league and just the dominance of the players.
Sure.
That maybe they've kind of steered away from that to maybe try to straddle the middle of the fence per se.
Mm-hmm.
But I think for America, especially when you're talking entertaining, like
Sure.
the American fan is still, a lot of them are like the wrestling fan or the football fan. So, you have to have a little spectacle to it. It's just a part of it. So little things like that.
I mean,
think
they
would
have
help.
they have the game that they do in Williamsport. They did the game.
Yeah.
They had the game that they had at Talladega this past year.
that's
as well.
that's what I'm talking about. Like,
So I mean,
things
they are trying different things.
And I mean, those things are cool. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, more things like that, I think, to me, is when you're talking appealing to American fans, I think appeal to American fans more so than the World Baseball League Classic.
Yeah. I think that baseball is probably I think it makes them look good on an international stage. I think the World Baseball Classic does draw in more international fans because I think it's more of an international game. I agree with you that there's a lot of competition for the American fan. Like, we have a lot that is kind of competing for our attention. So, but no, that's a great question, nephew. I do think that it raises the profile of Major League Baseball, and I think that it gets the international fan looking. It's hard for me to say how it impacts the American fan. I do see a lot of people talking about it, like on social media and I see,
man, LA 2028 is gonna be live, man. That's cool. That's gonna be something.
If they allow them to play.
Yeah, that's true.
good, yeah,
And I think that's
true.
That's a harder ask than the World Baseball Classic because now you're asking them to stop their season.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep, yeah, that's true. Yep, that's gonna be in the middle of the summer.
Yeah.
So that's
Smack dab.
The smack dab in the dog days going into in the middle of playoff races.
Yeah, that's like end of July.
Yep. Let me